right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadah. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. It's your brother Rabbi Knapp coming out with a lesson, Lord's will, certified to the Lord's elect. It says, a Supreme Court ruling on voting rights could boost Republicans' redistricting efforts. Cares. Israeli military says one of the bodies handed over by Hamas is not that of a hostage, so they just handing over bodies now. Hegseth, legal fixer at the center of Pentagon's new media restrictions. What's this talking about? It says Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth bid to impose sweeping restrictions on journalists' ability to report at the Pentagon was orchestrated with advice from his longtime personal lawyer, whose role on Hegseth's staff has troubled some defense officials. I don't know if that's talk. I don't know about that. Trump proclaims October 14 National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk. Who cares? Seth Moulton to seek Massachusetts Senate seat held by Ed Markey in generational fight. Who cares? Trump demands Hamas disarm as group moves against collaborators in Gaza. Let's look at that. Let's look at that. He's telling Hamas to go. Just give us your guns, and we'll have peace. But meanwhile, last night, not a Jew just killed 5 people from Gaza. Thought this was a peace deal, man. Thought this is peace. You gotta be a damn fool to drop your gun for Esau, man. Either way, you're dead. Either way, you're gone, man. You're done, man. Your people are through. Why? Because Esau's in power, man. You're done. You're done, man. This is the time when your God need to be stepping up for you and setting up a standard against this devil. And if your God's not allowing you to do that, man, then maybe you worshiping an idol and you deserve what you get. Maybe you might have to start considering that. When things start happening to you and then nothing's changing about it, then you should start considering maybe you worshiping the wrong God. Okay? That's what I would start to think if you were put in a situation where you can't even get out of there, and he's not lifting up a standard for you. There's only 2 things to do. You're either gonna fight to the death, or you're gonna take this MOTB. And nobody warned you about the MOTB. Nobody told you that this thing was gonna happen. Okay, no one's prophesying. You know? So you ain't got the truth. You don't understand why these things are happening. Then you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to understand why these things are happening. Because you're a heathen. You're like a beast. Beasts don't understand why they get slaughtered. They just get slaughtered. That's why you don't have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It's the book of Isaiah 34. Verse 1, come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. Yeah, everybody need to hear the word of the Lord, man. And what is he doing? He's setting up y'all as bait. That's what you're being used for, man. He's using you as bait for this beast. He's trying to snare a big dragon. That's what the Lord's doing. And he's using you heathen as meat. Like bait, okay? And he already got 200 of American troops already in the land flowing with milk and honey. This is great, okay? But don't expect he gonna make peace and y'all gonna be all right. That's why he's trying to disarm Hamas, okay? Now I'm not a supporter. I'm showing you the hypocrisy of this devil, man. He just told the whole world that he got peace over there, man. He got peace over there, and I'm telling you, this nigga is not bringing any peace. And we're showing you, just watch this nigga. Last night, Now the Jew killed 5 people from Gaza, man. He wants to go back in the war, okay? And then Donald Duck, the following day, you need to give us your guns. You just killed 5 of us. Why would we give you your guns? Why would we give you your hostages? Why don't you take these dead bodies that we just found laying around? Nah, this ain't the body we looking for. The facial recognition ain't coming back to who we said you agreed to this, that, and the third. Okay? Showing you the hypocrisy, man. Both of you heathen nations, man, and this is why the Lord needs to come back and do all the separation. Okay, both of y'all don't even belong in that land. That land belongs to Israel, man. The Israelites, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Naphtali, Reuben, Gad, Manasseh. You on another person's property fighting over it. So you deserve what happens to you, man. Trespassing. It says the U.S. President Donald Duck has threatened to disarm Hamas violently amid moves by the group to reassert control over the Gaza Strip, targeting what it called collaborators. Speaking to reporters on Tuesday, Duck said if Hamas failed to disarm within a reasonable period of time, then we will disarm them. That don't sound like peace. He said, we'll come and take your guns, man. What am I supposed to do, hand it over to you? You're gonna hand over your gun, man. You think they give a fuck about what Donald Duck is saying, man? They happy to die from America, man. They're happy to die for their country. Anyone that's attacking your country, wouldn't you be willing to die for it? I would. If someone came and attacked America, wouldn't you be willing to die for it? You would. So no one cares about a foreign power talking about what the hell he's gonna do. Go and take their arms. Don't talk about it. He did not say when he expects the group to surrender its weapons. Ain't nobody surrendering no damn weapons, man. You talking to Ishmael, man. Get the hell out of here. Them Arabs ain't going for that shit. Okay? They would have already given up. All this bombing, the whole land's desolate, and they still standing, man. Why are they still organized? Why do they still got your hostages, man? They're smarter than you, Esau. Because you're an idiot. You think bombing lands is how you can't do that. And the Lord is dealing with those Palestinians, man. He's getting you deeper and deeper over there. You're going to have to send more troops over there to go to get Hamas. You're going to have to go into those holes, man. You got to go deep underground. The Lord's got you in a snare, man. And your American soldiers ain't ready for that, man. Look at Vietnam. They ain't willing to go in there, man. They don't know what the hell kind of tunnels are down there. What kind of traps and snares they got for your ass when you get over there. Because you're a fucking idiot. You're a base man. You're a dumbass. No matter how much technology it gives, you think you can just be up in the sky shooting missiles and shit? That's just weak. People are not eating for months trying to kill your ass, man. You don't want to deal with somebody like that. You're not going to be scared of gunfire and run like when you here in America. You start running when you hear a gunshot. They're not running. When bombs explode, they hide, but they come back up too. They don't fight like, they're fighting against the beast, man. The military that's been fighting against this beast. Them Arabs know how to fight against the Edomites, man. He knows how you think. You die from a foreign invader, man. Hey, that's a glorious thing. Israel used to know these things too. You got home court advantage. The Lord gave you home court advantage, man. That's a blessing. These people don't know the terrain like you do. They don't know shit. And he's sending troops over there, man. You're going to be sending your kids over there to a land that's barren and desolate. His comments came as footage circulated online showing a public execution and other displays of force by Hamas fighters in Gaza since the U.S. brokered ceasefire began last week. Yeah, that's right. Publicly executed people that were working with Israel. And that's what they get. That's what they get, man. You trade on your country. What do you think's gonna happen to you? You gonna want to go work with the enemy? What do you think is gonna happen to you? What were they supposed to do? Exalt them? I'm gonna give you a promotion. You're gonna be the head of Hamas. No, what the fuck you think they're gonna do, man? Donald Duck even said he ain't worried about that, man. As a matter of fact, let me grab this in the book of Maccabees. In the book of Maccabees, Judas was talking to, I forgot who he was talking to. Judas tells his people it's an honor to die for your land and your country. KJV. Not Judas, Judas. Maccabeus. First Maccabees, the 3rd chapter. Let's go over there, man. Let's go over there. Shalom Malak, Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakatah, Zayah, Idaho. First Maccabees, chapter 3, and verse number... Is this it? I think he said to die for, to die for our laws in our country. To die for our laws in our country. Judas Maccabees said it's better to die for our laws in our country. KJV. I think it is First Maccabees, the 3rd chapter. First Maccabees 3, a book. It is part of the Apocrypha. I guess let's go there. I'm gonna start at verse 50. First Maccabees chapter 3, verse 50. Then cried they with a loud voice toward heaven, saying, "What shall we do with these? And whither shall we carry them away? For thy sanctuary is trodden down and profane, and thy priests are in heaviness and brought low. And lo, the heathen are assembled together against us to destroy us. What things they imagine against us thou knowest. How shall we be able to stand against them except thou, O God, be our help?" Then sounded they with trumpets and cried with a loud voice. And after this Judas ordained captains over the people, even captains over thousands and over hundreds and over 50s and over 10s. So just like in that land today with the heathen are going through, we had to go through the same thing. We had to fight against Esau, okay? We had to defend our land and our kids and our children, our women, all of that. Our sanctuary, our priests, our religion, our laws. You want this devil in there telling you what to do, and then your women gonna be just like over here in Babylon. Wicked as hell, telling you whatever the fuck they want to do, setting up some wicked ass democracy in your area, so your woman can march down the street just like that woman in Venezuela that got the Nobel Peace Prize, bring nothing but chaos to Venezuela. She's far more dangerous than Donald Duck. Okay, far more dangerous, because she's within your border and she's stirring up the minds of your own people against you. First Maccabees chapter 3 and verse 56, but as for such as were building houses, or had betrothed wives, or were planting vineyards, or were fearful, those he commanded that they should return every man to his own house according to the law. That's right, man, because that's what it says in Deuteronomy, the 20th chapter. Fearful men. That's what fearful men would like to do. They would like to make a covenant with the heathen. So those people that got executed were thinking in their mind, no, we should make a covenant with Esau so we can bring forth peace. And the same thing happened with us when we were in that land. And Mattathias slew the dude who went up to the altar trying to bring pig to the altar. So I agree with him. He should have been slain just like those people got slain. We would have did the same thing if we were in our right minds. That's what you're supposed to do. Lord ain't playing with no traitor. It's the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3, and verse 57. So the camp removed and pitched upon the south of Emmaus, and Judah said, arm yourselves and be valiant men, and see that ye be in readiness against the morning, that ye may fight with these nations that are assembled together against us to destroy us in our sanctuary. For it is better for us to die in battle than to behold the calamities of our people in our sanctuary. So it's better for you to die in battle. Because what Esau really got for your ass is a MOTB, a little right-sized device that he wants to put in your right hand or even your forehead. Okay? And that's what he's going to do. He's going to set up a border, you know, through the spirit. I'm just saying through the spirit. He's going to set up a border just like he has on North Korea and South Korea. Okay? A demilitarization zone. And what he's going to try to do is, as he's probably trying to set up the city, he's going to try to provoke you to come turn yourselves in so they can weed out Hamas. Okay? They're going to give you a chance. Just run over here. We'll feed you. We'll clothe you. You know? We'll give you food. We'll take care of your family. But you just got to take this device so we know that you're not one of them. This will prove that you're with us. And we'll feed you. We'll give you rice, man. We'll give you the water. We'll give you everything you need. Matter of fact, you can even go to Tel Aviv from here if you want to. You're welcome in Tel Aviv. You can help be a sodomite over here if you want to. That's what he's going to give them. That's how he's going to get them. Okay? And going through all the all that pain and affliction, you're going to think that it's better to not suffer anymore. You think it's going to seem like it's better to go and follow the so-called white man. But it's never better to go that way, man. It's never better. Don't ever have that in your mind that you need to go and ask the so-called white man for help. Because he's going to kill your ass, man. He's going to kill you. Your family. Everything. Let him just come take it all. Take it by blood. Take it by blood, man. That's how it should be. And if the Lord don't stand up for you, oh well. You gotta go anyway. And it's better to be slain with the sword than it is to pine away from hunger. 1 Maccabees chapter 3, verse 60. Nevertheless, as the will of God is in heaven, so let him do. So let him do his will. Okay, this is Judas Maccabee telling our men, just like when we were in the land, in the same position as a group like Hamas coming up, Esau, Edom, man. The Greeks, the Romans. Okay, same thing. See, it's not fun being Israel. It's not fun being in the land anymore. Matter of fact, let me find that with Mattathias. Showing you that, you know, when I was thinking about them executing those people who were traded. Hey, that's an honorable thing. And they did it publicly, a public execution. All of you, anybody who wants to go join the so-called white man, this is what's going to happen to you, man. And that's mercy. That's showing you don't go that way. And how are they doing it? Through fear. Through fear. And through the fear, we persuade men not to do that same damn thing that these people got killed for. Because that's what's going to happen to you ultimately anyways. They were trying to lead people to death. Esau is as death. Habakkuk 2 verse 5. Okay? There's nothing going to change that about him. Your life don't belong to you, man. The Lord gives you your life. It belongs to the Lord. Your life belongs to the Lord. He wants to take it. It's his. He can take it. Let him take it. You be in paradise, man. This place is hell. First Maccabees. Yeah, Shalom, brother, Shalom. The water Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. I don't even know where it is, man. Mattathias. I'm gonna start from the top. First Maccabees, chapter 2. In verse 1, in those days arose Mattathias, the son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the sons of Joram, from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin. And he had 5 sons, Johanan called Cadus, Simon called Thassi, Judas, who was called Maccabeus, Eleazar called Azaron, and Jonathan, whose surname was Apus, or whatever, Salakia. And when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, he said, woe is me, wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people and of the holy city, and to dwell there when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of strangers. Talking about the Greeks, okay, the so-called white people. Her temple has become as a man without glory. That's right, her temple has become as a man without glory, man. Got the heathen all in there. Look how Esau does it. He's still doing animal sacrifices. Damn heathen. Talking about he trusting and believing in the Lord, man. Nowhere in the Bible does it say go read the Talmud. Okay? Her temple has become as a man without glory. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy. And that's the same thing that's happening with them over there right now. They're slain with the sword of the enemy, which is Esau. First Maccabees chapter 2 verse 10. What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoil? What nation, man? Okay, all these nations are against you, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Even though physically this is what's happening to them over there, this has been a common theme with Esau in Israel for the longest time, and he's still doing it to this day. That's why when you watch the news, you're gonna hear about Chicago and how he was over there taking a little 16-year-old into captivity. And he was throwing smoke, he was dressed up, got fucking a vest, just go arrest somebody. The police don't even need all that shit. Yet he wanted to do it with great force, with great wrath. He got gas mask on, he got guns, he got tasers, he got vests on. He's in army fatigue. He's dressed up for war, man. And we're telling you to get prepared, but spiritually. I don't mean go get armor and go get a gun and go fight Esau, because you're gonna lose. The battle is in the mind, man, in the spirit. You gotta fight the battle spiritually, and the Lord's gonna fight for you, man. And he's gonna destroy these heathen, man. He's gonna destroy them. They got no heart, they got no soul. They're just demons. Okay? When you look at it spiritually. But trusting in the Lord, that's gonna be a defense in that time. He tells you he's gonna lift up a standard. And best believe he is, man. There's no way he wouldn't. There's just no way. I don't have no doubt in my mind the Lord's going to destroy them, man. No doubt at all. Or he going to destroy me. Whatever. He's still got to go. He's still going to go. It is what it is. That's 100%. But I don't know who is who. We don't know who we are through the Spirit. But we're going to have faith in that time. Okay? More so than the faith of those people that are in that land today suffering what they're going through. Okay? A lot of them, I saw this one, I'm going to continue with this, but I saw this one video. It was Ishmael in a store, and then a bomb hit across the street and his kids were running to him, and he was calm as hell, man. He was telling his kids, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, man. It's all right. And it literally, a bomb, he didn't run, he didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing, man. And I'm glad I got to see that. Okay? That's a type of, there's a spirit on that man. You got to see it with your own eyes. Not to be moved like everybody else. You see a bomb explode, everyone's going to be running, man. He didn't even run. And he told his kids to stand still, too. Told them to stand still, man. Thought that's powerful, man. That's why you got to get out of that weak-ass mindset, man. Especially in the nation of Israel, that comfortable spirit. Oh, I'm comfortable. How you doing, brother? Good morning. That comfortable, everything's going to be all right all the time. That's not the spirit of men supposed to be in. Everything's going to be all right, son. Good night, good night. No. Listen, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is about to bring judgment. And we got to prepare our minds for that. Okay? This is a wicked world. This is a wicked society. These are wicked people that have a lot of power. And they're going to use that power for evil. Okay? And a lot of people, they can't even point it out. They're so weak, they can't even point out the devil, man. They can't even lift their arms and say, the so-called white man's the fucking devil, man. They can't do it. They don't have any strength. They're feeble, they're weak. That's why the Lord sets up men, so you don't even got to do it. You don't even got to do it. You put a harder spirit on someone else and say, see, I got men out here that is doing what you're scared to do. And guess what? I'm going to protect them. I'm going to feed them. I'm going to make sure they're all right. Okay? And this is how we strengthen the feeble knees and the weak hands through the Spirit. Getting them prepared for the battle. Not a carnal battle, a spiritual battle. Getting all these lies plucked up out of their minds, man. Like this devil got all this power, man. He does have a lot of power, but it was given to him from the Lord. The Lord gave him the power to do these things. Just like the Lord's giving these other nations power to fight against this devil. Giving them a spirit to fight to the death. Okay? This is all part of the snare and the process of the Lord. Okay? So ain't nothing really wrong going on here. It's better than getting dying in his fucking eating his pharmaceuticals, man. Going to his stupid ass fucking his jab site stations, trying to save your life. You're dying like a damn beast. First Maccabees chapter 2 and 9. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy. What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? All her ornaments are taken away. Or a free woman, she has become a bond slave. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it. That's right, the Gentiles have profaned it. The Gentiles, the heathen, the Edomites, the white people, the crackers, the fucking rednecks. Okay? The Greeks, the nasty ass Greeks. They the ones who came and defiled the sanctuary with pork and pig, and you defile your same temple with the same things he defiled the Lord's temple with. And now you're the temple. You defiling it. First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse number 13. To what end therefore shall we live any longer? Then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourned very sore. And that's what we're doing now. We're in the same state. We're in the same state, man. We're not even over there, but the land's still going through this. You know? Still having a fight with this devil, man. Okay? When Israel's back in the land, then we're going to be all right. Ishmael going to be where Ishmael needs to be. Ham's going to be where Ham needs to be. And everything's going to be decent and in order. Because if it's not, we're going to be the hammer in that time. Okay? You're not acting according to what we say and what we tell you to do, you're going to be destroyed. Whoever comes up against the laws of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, you're going to be destroyed. Okay? Publicly. First Maccabees chapter 2 in verse 14. Then Mattathias and his son rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourned very sore. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city of Modin to make them sacrifice. And he compelled the people to revolt. Okay? That's Esau. That's a tactic of the Edomite. Compelling your people to revolt against you. Trying to make a covenant with them. Trying to find peace in some other way. Okay? We've tried to have made peace with this devil. We went down that road, man. There's no more going down that road with this devil. At this point, it's taken by blood, you damn devil, man. That's it. And guess what? Now you can be at rest. You don't have to go to work tomorrow. If he kills you today. And to water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for that. Working for this damn devil, man. Being tributary to him. So we can turn your money into weapons of war against another poor people. So we can invade, steal, and push this wicked propaganda. Taking peace from the earth. That's what he's here to do. First Maccabees chapter 2. Verse 16. And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together. Then answered the king's officers and said to Mattathias, on this wise, thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city, and strengthened with sons and brethren. Now therefore come thou first and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done, yea, and the men of Judah also, and such as remain at Jerusalem. So shalt thou and thy house be in the number of the king's friends, and thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold and many rewards. And that's what you're going to hit y'all with. We're going to give you silver and gold and many rewards. Just take this MOTB. We'll give you a digital current credit, okay? And you can spend it at your local supermarket. You can go back into Walmart. You can go shop whatever fucking stores they got over there, man. Okay? And this is what he was doing, trying to make them sacrifice swine like all the heathen do. That's why scriptures tell you not to follow a multitude to do evil. These heathen, 2/3 of the nation of Israel and the rest of these heathen, that's what they'll get along with Esau. Majority of the world is getting along with Esau because of the rewards and all of that bullshit. But it's going to come with their destruction. Okay? That's what it comes with. First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 19. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice, though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him and fall away everyone from the religion of their fathers and give consent to his commandments. Yeah, they fall away from the religions of their fathers. When you fall under these damn heathen, that's what they have you do. That's why a majority of so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans were here first. We're celebrating and worshiping the so-called white man. But then what did he do? He destroyed your ass and he got you serving and worshiping him. Okay? So these other nations see your downfall. They look at you and think, I don't want to be like them niggas. I damn sure don't want to be. I wouldn't recommend that on any nation. These fucking niggas gang banging, selling drugs, killing each other. That's death, man. Why the hell would I want to do like that? Why would I want to be like that? A proverb and a reproach to the whole world. Why the hell would I want to do that? Nah, I'd rather fight to the death. I won't be like them, man. Them stupid ass Latinos, them dumb ass Native Americans, them fucking wicked ass niggas. I don't want to be around them niggas. I want my kids around them. Why the hell would I want to be like that? Nah, I'd rather fight to the death, man. I'd rather blow myself up in a parking lot than to be like that. Okay? And guess what? I don't blame him. I don't blame him, man. No way in hell you should be walking the earth in 2025 and not know who the hell you are because of this damn devil. First Maccabees chapter 3. Then you got people on the internet worshiping Jesus Christ. Mad views, people watching fucking stupid as shit. Y'all gonna die too, okay? Not bringing Israel back to their power, man. You're gonna die for that. You probably did way more damage by teaching your lies than you did by just telling the truth. Repent. For the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And it's talking about the kingdom of Israel. Going into the history of the Israelites. You heathen don't do that. Because these are demons, man. That's why you gotta have your armor on. Okay? You don't know the truth, you're gonna be easily led astray. You're gonna be easily overtaken, overthrown. You ain't standing on Yahweh Shah. And the majority of people, they're not standing on Yahweh Shah. They do things for validation. They do things to seek love. Okay? Women shit, man. They do it for, soon ain't gonna be no internet, ain't gonna be no validation. It's gonna be you and the Lord, and guess what? He's gonna judge majority of you. Doing this work deceitfully. Being wicked. That's talking about everybody. Everybody's not safe from the Lord's wrath, man. Until you on those chariots. No matter how high you think you are in the truth, or how low you are. Nobody's safe from the Lord, man. Nobody. It tells you that the elect shall scarcely be saved, man. So they might even be brought to the brink of death. Ultimately, all the way up to the point where the Lord beams them up, man. Okay, before the thermonuclear destruction. Now imagine what type of shit they gotta go through to get to that point, to be beamed up. The book of First Maccabees, chapter 2, in verse number 20. Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. And God forbid we forsake the laws and the ordinances in this time. Okay? This is just the beginning of the war with the Edomites. When Mattathias decided to fight back. You know, you read in First Maccabees, he was killing us. Women, kids, women, and children just because they wanted to keep the Sabbath day holy. He slaughtered them. Killed them all. That's for a testimony against them. He gonna slaughter your ass too. Your kids too. Your family, your grandpa and grandma. He don't give two shits about that. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of these military men have the MOTB. Okay? Probably, I wouldn't be surprised if he put it in them as since the birth. He got all these trafficking kids and shit. You don't know what this devil got, man. What type of people is in that military, man? They're full-blown demons, I tell you that. How they came about, this is Esau we're talking about, man. I wouldn't be surprised if your military's not already chipped up. They don't already have an MOTB. Since birth. As soon as they came out the womb, it was a sacrifice. Okay, and raised them up, brought them into the military. First Maccabees chapter 2, in verse 22, we will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion, either on the right hand or the left. Yeah, we ain't doing nothing this damn devil tell us to do, man. We're gonna stand on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Hey, we're gonna do it to the death, man. That's the mission, that's the goal. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to teach. That's how you get Israel ready for the battle, man. Not these damn false pastors out here. Weak ass, bitch ass pastors, man. That's what they are. And they gonna get destroyed for teaching these lies, man. First Maccabees chapter 2. Excuse my language. First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 23. Now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar, which was at Modin, according to the king's commandment. Which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled, neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment, wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar. Okay? So he destroyed his ass, man, following the king's commandment. Going back to the public execution I was talking about that Hamas did last night. For going to the Israeli government trying to seek some covenant with them. They got put to death publicly, a public execution. We're talking about a public execution. You're trying to obey the king's commandment. Okay? Mattathias took it upon himself. The Lord put the spirit on him ultimately. Ultimately, it was just judgment from the Lord. And he used Mattathias to do it. Okay? You think Mattathias wanted to slay his brother? No. I don't think so. It doesn't say he did. You know? Imagine coming up, about to put some swine on the altar, and he slays your ass at the altar. Disrespecting the Lord. First Maccabees chapter 2, verse 25. Also the king's commissioner compelled men to sacrifice. He killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down. Yeah, he even pulled down the altar. Thus dealt he zealously for the law of God, like as Phinehas did unto Zambri, the son of Salmon. Yeah, that's Phinehas. Phinehas did that in Numbers 23, I think. No, 20. No, that's not 23. I forgot where it's at, but he did the same thing. When Phinehas slew the man and woman who was worshiping Moloch. I think it wasn't Moloch, it was, I think it's not, I forgot the name of the god they were worshiping. Baal Peor. Numbers 25. Numbers 25. Let me grab that real quick. You got something, Malak? Ecclesiasticus 37:11. Neither consult with the woman touching her of her whom she is jealous, neither with the coward in matters of war, nor with the merchant concerning exchange, nor with the buyer of selling. That's right. You got to watch who you consult with about certain matters. Okay, you want the best advice from whoever has the most expertise in that area. Nor with an envious man of thankfulness, nor with an unmerciful man touching kindness, nor with the slothful for any work, nor with the hireling for a year of finishing work, nor with an idle servant. That's right, man. When you're conducting business, you don't want to talk with somebody that's lazy. You don't want to talk with somebody that is an idle servant. Okay, Proverbs 24:10, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. That's right. Strength is small, man. Strength is small if you faint in the day of adversity. Numbers chapter 25. And verse 1, and Israel abode in Shittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. And they called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods, and the people did eat and bowed down to their gods. And Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor, and the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel. So this is the same thing that happened in Numbers, the 25th chapter. The Lord ran it back. So why wouldn't he do the same thing in this time? Okay? And that's what he's doing with this MOTB, having you worship another God. And the Lord said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before the Lord against the sun, that the fierce anger of the Lord may be turned away from Israel. Yeah, take all the heads of the people, man, and hang them up before the Lord against the sun for committing this abomination. And Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye every one his men that were joined unto Baal Peor. And behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitish woman in the sight of Moses and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand, and he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. So that's right. So he did that in order so the Lord wouldn't be angry with Israel anymore. And those that died in the plague were 24,000. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, have turned away turned my wrath away from the children of Israel, while he was zealous for my sake among them, that I consumed not the children of Israel in my jealousy. Wherefore say, behold, I give unto him my covenant of peace. So that still belongs to Phinehas for what he did for the Lord, man. Okay, wherever he is today. That covenant of peace. Okay? And I can't wait till we get in the kingdom, because then we'll see who was who. We'll see who was who, man. Was Phinehas Mattathias too? You know, you don't know, man. That's spiritual. That's spiritual. I mean, brothers don't know who is who, you know. But there's certain aspects that show you, man, certain spirits. Just like it says in 1 Corinthians 14, verse 32, the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets. Okay? So if you're prophesying now, then you're probably prophesying in the past, which is a beautiful sign, man. Numbers 25 in verse 20, it's like 25 verse 13, and he shall have it in his seed after him. So not only did he make a covenant with Phinehas, he made it with his seed after him. Even the covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his God and made an atonement for the children of Israel. Now the name of the Israelite that was slain, even that was slain with the Midianitish woman, was Zimri, the son of Salu, a prince of a chief house among the Simeonites. So even her. Now the name of the Israelite that was slain, even that was slain with the Midianitish woman, was Zimri. Oh, Salakia. So the woman was a Midianitish woman, but this is saying the Israelite that got slain with that woman was from the tribe of Simeon. And the name of the Midianitish woman that was slain was Cosbi, the daughter of Zer. He was head over a people and of a chief house in Midian. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, vex the Midianites and smite them, for they vex you with their wiles, wherewith they have beguiled you in the matter of Peor, and in the matter of Cosbi, the daughter of a prince of Midian, their sister, which was slain in the day of the plague for Peor's sake. So that's what they did, man. The women were getting the men to follow them through sex. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't speak that language, though. Just keep walking. Idiot. Fucking heathen, man. So then he got slain, long story short. Phinehas put his ass to death, following these other gods. First Maccabees, chapter 2, and verse number, the point was already made, but I'm going to finish the chapter. First Maccabees 2:26, thus dealt he zealously for the law of God, like as Phinehas did unto Zambri, the son of Salom. So it says, so that's talking about Numbers, the 25th chapter. When Israel was going off following Baal Peor. Just like when the heathen were trying to get you to sacrifice swine on the altar, to worship another god, one of their gods. They're practicing their religion and shit. Like you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans do today, you're gonna get slain too. First Maccabees 2:27, and Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law and maintaineth the covenant, let him follow me. That's right. Who's ever zealous for the law and maintaineth the covenant that Israel made on Mount Sinai, okay, through the hand of Moses after the Exodus of Egypt. That covenant, you still got to maintain the law, man, to the best of your ability, even though you're in the land of captivity. That's why we have Yahweh Shah. Okay, the only way you can be atoned for your sins is accepting Yahweh Shah. Ultimately, it's all about repentance and acknowledging the Lord, man, glorifying the Lord, giving him his due praise, understanding who you are in these last days. It's all part of repenting. Okay, practicing the righteous acts. It's all part of it. Not just saying you're saved like the Christians do. Okay? You have no understanding, man. They think everything's gonna be all right. They're gonna be fooled. They're gonna be unstable in this time because they don't understand the Bible, and they consistently go and exercise themselves in wickedness. You're gonna see a lot of Christians celebrating Halloween, being a demon. This might be their last Halloween. It might be their last Halloween, man. Last Christmas, if we even get to that point. These holidays are gonna be canceled. It's gonna be stay in your house. Martial law. No shopping. If you want something, order it on Amazon. Put a tree on your phone and make it sparkle. There ain't gonna be no more cutting down trees and shit like that. Go about to put an end to all that bullshit. Right? You're gonna be suffering. First Maccabees chapter 2, and verse 28. So he and his sons fled into the mountains and left all that ever they had in the city. Then many that sought after justice and judgment went down into the wilderness to dwell there, both they and their children and their wives and their cattle, because afflictions increased sore upon them. Now when it was told the king's servants and the host that was at Jerusalem in the city of David that certain men who had broken the king's commandment were gone down into the secret places in the wilderness, they pursued after them a great number, and having overtaken them, they camped against them and made war against them on the Sabbath day. And they said unto them, let that which ye have done hitherto suffice. Come forth and do according to the king's commandments of the king, and ye shall live. Yeah, so they went into the mountains so they can keep the Sabbath day. And he's saying, you know, forget all about what happened, you know, just come out, come do what the king's commandment was, and we'll forgive you for it. We'll let you live. And they said unto them, let that which ye have done hitherto suffice. Come forth and do according to the commandment of the king, and ye shall live. First Maccabees 2, verse 34. But they said, we will not come forth, neither will we do the king's commandment to profane the Sabbath day. So then they gave them the battle with all speed. Howbeit they answered them not, neither cast they a stone at them, nor stopped the places where they laid hid, but said, let us die all in our innocency. Heaven and earth shall testify for us that ye have put us to death wrongfully. That's right. Heaven and earth will be a witness against you, that ye have put us to death wrongfully. Okay? And they put a lot of Israelites to death wrongfully. The Greeks, the Romans, the Edomites, the so-called white people. They put a lot of people to death wrongfully. Okay, and they're still putting the people to death wrongfully. That's just their nature. That's just who they are. Okay? That's just who they are. Don't be fooled about the Democrat, Republican Party. Don't be fooled by that. This is Esau we're talking about. He don't like to take accountability for his actions. So he created two parties that can point the finger at each other so no one can take the blame. Don't be fooled by these devils, man. Okay, and their propaganda machine. You're all gonna be judged, blue and red, for all the wickedness you've done, what your forefathers have done. That's what the scriptures say. Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers. Whose fathers are we talking about? We're talking about your fathers, Esau. Esau, Edom. We're talking about your fucking nasty ass. Your forefathers. And I was just thinking about this, man. Your forefathers weren't shit, man. Your forefathers weren't shit. That's why Donald Duck has the ability to navigate through all these crimes and shit, because they created a path like that. When Israel was getting too much, they figured out, all right, if the heathen do get too great, you can go down this path. And that's where Esau's going right now. He's going down the path that his forefathers set up, to be a wicked demon. Get back in the demon mode. That's all written through the Constitution. There's always gray spots. That's how he puts it. That's how his law works. He has a back door to everything, because it's not righteous. Okay? He's not a righteous man. His Constitution's wicked. Everything about this place is wicked, 100%. Okay? That's why he's able to do the things that he's doing this time. A whole damn felon is manipulating your federal government and your military. Okay, and the Lord set them up like that. And this is good. I'm happy about this. The world get to see the wrath of the so-called white man. Woo! We can't wait to see your horns, man. And then the Lord gonna cut them off. You're gonna be cut off forever, man. Okay? So do what you gotta do. You can't do nothing, man. You can't do nothing that the Lord allows you to do. Fucking Esau, man. Piece of shit. The scum of the earth. Okay? It's because nobody else wants to say something about it. Hey, the water Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, give me the spirit and power to cuss this damn devil out, man. This red Hebrew Edomite, man. I'm tired of this devil. killing innocent kids and women for keeping the Sabbath day holy. A demon. Going back to those groups over there, man. Don't make a covenant with death. Let me grab that as a matter of fact. Don't make your covenant with death, man. Just take your death cheerfully. Isaiah 28. And 15, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, which is Esau, Edom, so-called white man. We never a covenant or a treaty or an agreement. You making it with him? It's not gonna last long. Native Americans learned that. You know, our forefathers, everyone knew that. Even Israel. Maccabees made a covenant with the Romans. Okay, so why did 70 AD happen? Isaiah 28 verse 15, because ye have said we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. Yeah, with hell we're at agreement. That's what those people got executed publicly in Gaza. They were in agreement with the covenant that they made with Esau. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. You know, that overflowing scourge, when they come and try to kill us, man, it won't come unto us. Let's just make a covenant with them. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. That's right, under lies. You made lies your refuge. You actually think this devil's your friend. And he's not. Isaiah 28 verse 16, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. Let's talk about Yahweh Shai. You got to stand on it. You got to stand on Yahweh Shai. He's the rock of our salvation. Okay? Which is the truth in the volume of the whole book, man, including the Apocrypha. That he's going to save us. He's going to do what he got to do. He's going to feed us. He's going to do everything he said he was going to do. He's going to deliver us in the time of trouble. Isaiah 28 verse 17, judgment also will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet. And the hail shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the water shall overflow the hiding place. That's right, man. He's going to lay judgment to the line, and righteousness to the plummet. So there's a certain measurement. There's what he's looking for is those who are under the law, who's operating under the law, statutes, and commandments. If you're not, you're gonna be destroyed. Ultimately, you got to be elect in this time. But those who are going to be who are going to pass the test, so to speak. They fit the requirements of salvation. Okay? That's what they're used for. All right? Salakia. Isaiah 28 verse 18, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it. That's right, man. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, you shall be trodden down by it. I mean, it ain't nothing gonna save you. You're gonna be disannulled. You make a covenant with death. But I'm gonna end it right here. Lord's will, this was edifying. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, God Kadash. Shalom, Abba, Babal, Kwam Yasharala, the water for the precepts, Malak, Shalom. Have a blessed day.